Hey guys, Jason here. Welcome to lesson number 8 in our 30 Days of Metal Riffs. Now, this lesson, I've got an extremely exciting pattern for you to learn, and it's going to be what I'm calling an 80s style melodic pattern. So here it is. Alright guys, if you have not done it yet, go grab your guitar. Seriously, do it now. And also, before we get started here, don't forget I am giving away a free guitar lesson guide called 10 Metal Riffs and Licks. So grab your copy of that at the end of this video. There's a link in the YouTube description. So let's dive right into this lesson, guys. There's a lot going on here, so just hang in there with me, okay? I'm gonna break this down note for note. So here's the pattern one more time, and then we'll break everything down so that it's easy to learn. Alright, there's quite a few pieces to this riff, so we're going to start out with the intro, which we're starting out with a really cool riff here. And actually the intro is the same as the outro, so we'll just learn this one time, and then I'll get into how each chord is played. So here's the first part. Now, as soon as we hit that open string, that's when we go right into this first chord, which is just an E power chord, but we're not playing the actual full power chord here. As you notice, we're hitting some individual notes, so I'm gonna play it at normal speed and I'll slow it down for you. Now, the important part here to notice is I'm going back to that first note, that E note, in between those other notes that I'm hitting. And I'm also palm muting that note. So we hit the first note, which is the E, and then we hit another note, which is the next string over, and then we go back to the E and palm mute that. And those are all downstrokes. So now we're gonna move on to the second chord in here, and we're not doing a lot of moving around. We're just playing the power chord, but we're gonna start it out a little differently than playing the typical power chord. It's gonna sound like this. So as you can see, I do a little palm mute in between. So now we're gonna move on to the third chord, and this is gonna mimic the first chord that we played on the E as an E. This is gonna be a G. You can see again that I'm hitting those notes on that next string, in this case the A string, but then I'm going back and palm muting that first root note. Now for the final chord, and this chord is going to mimic the second one that we played, the C, and this is going to be a D, and we're going to play it very similar to how we played that C. Alright, so that's it. Let's play this thing all the way through. Remember, there is a riff at the end of this entire riff, and it's the same riff I played as the intro. So you've got that riff coming into this pattern and then also exiting the pattern. So let's play this all the way through together. Alright guys, so what did you think about this 80s style melodic pattern? I personally love this style of music, and this is kind of what I miss about the 80s style of metal. You know, this wasn't necessarily like the Metallica, Megadeth, and all that kind of metal, which I love, you know, dearly. This was more, I guess, of that Dokken meets Queensryche / Scorpions type thing going on. But I really love the movement of the chords and all the things that you're doing. Instead of playing just regular power chords, you've got some really cool stuff, some cool choppy stuff going on here. And I thought I would bring this, you know, particular style into this lesson series because I think it's important, guys, to move around on the fretboard. You guys know that. Those who have been watching my videos for a while, I kind of preach this. It could be like a preacher. Don't play just regular power chords, or you'll be down to the pits of Hades. I'm just kidding. Anyway, my point is, I want to help you guys become better on guitar, become better metal guitar players, but not only guitar players, but also musicians and songwriters. And that's where we have to branch out and just do some more stuff on the fretboard. Let's not just play chords. That's what this series really is all about, you know. Metal Riffs, 30 Days of Metal Riffs. And also, before you leave, don't forget to download my free guitar guide. This is a very, very helpful guitar guide for both metal riffs and leads. It's just a really good practice pattern. I think you guys will get a lot out of that. So just go to the YouTube description and grab your copy there. And guys, until the next video, keep it metal.